Hello, and I'm here to tell you how to make your mix loud as fuck. How to make your mix louder than shit. Loudness and how to achieve it on this December 24th, 2025, 9:25 p.m. Pacific Coast time. I'm in the holiday season. I'll be giving out free advice. All the rest of the stuff you got to pay for on Patreon. Go do it. After 100 patrons on Patreon, I will be paying you cash in your hand for remixes. All right. So, mono, let's crank into Chanev. Let's turn down this volume so it doesn't blast you guys out. Let's bring this down by 10. There we go. And let's loop this loud section. Holy shit, that looks like a loud mix to me. Let me see. There we are. We're up at -5. So I'm going to go into detail on how this even happened. So when I was mixing these tracks, I was adding things like saturation. Saturation just basically adds harmonic content. Okay, and so you do that, and then you say, okay, this is fun, this is fun, this is fun. And then along the way, you come through and you go and you consolidate everything, okay? And as you consolidate, you'll notice that sometimes your waveform will shrink after it's done consolidating. Let's say, for example, if I had something consolidated, and then when it was done consolidating, it came out like this. Well, what you'd want to do is come down here and double-click this little loudness fader, this little gain jam, and all of a sudden what happens? It normalizes its true peak to 0. And then you ask yourself, okay, so now let me remix that into the mix. And let's say you come over here and you normalize something, and it comes out normalized looking like this, just some crazy shit. And you're like, whoa, fuck, dude, I'm fucking pro. And then you come down here and you're like, oh man, it's fucking almost 10 dBs too loud. So you double click again, it brings it down its true peak to, or its peak to 0. So this little peak right here is not going to exceed 0 decibel right here. Okay. So let's say you do it again to this, and it comes out like fucking this after you hit consolidate, and you're like, damn, but it sounds so good. And then you come over here, you normalize it once again. Then you come back to your fader, you hit tabs, shortcut, you come back to your faders, you remix everything, and then you'll start to notice, okay, shit, everything's as loud as it could be in the audio lanes, right? In their respective track lanes. I mean, I guess that's how you say that. And then you start to notice, okay, so if everything's the same loudness, and I've come over here, I mean, it's peaking at 0, it's hitting 0, and I come over here and I see that the RMS. So for example, let's look. So see the bright green? The bright green is the RMS level, supposedly. And the dark green is the peak level. So you realize, like, let's say we come over to this other section of the song. So look at all the RMS is relatively right in the same ballpark, right? Pretty much. I mean, it's not exact, but that's what your ears are for. But it's pretty damn close. And the darker green is not really peeking out too hard. Here's what I mean. So these dark green peaks, there's not a single one of them going above 6 from this area over. The drums are getting close to 0. So we've cut off low end from things like the drums. Like, let's grab a spectrum. Let's see here. I mean, it's hard to do once you get down to like -3 loof, right? Loudness units full scale. Once you get down in that area, then you're in like difficult, extremely difficult territory. Let's see. I can't spell today. I don't know if I ever could spell. So we put the spectrum analyzer on this beast, and then we look at the drums and we go, and we say to ourselves, oh, fuck. There's not much going on past 50, past about 56 hertz, about, you know, maybe 50 hertz. There's not really much happening. Okay, we got this little crazy pokey thing there still, but whatever. That might need to be dealt with. Anyhow, so there's not really much happening in that area. Let's see, are we still in mono on the master channel? Yeah. And so the same thing applies here. We take this spectrum, let's put it on here, let's take a look. Oops. Let me do this real quick. Bring the song start time to there. That way I could just use my MIDI control surface. So then now we got this section here. Oops, what's going on here? So this section here, set song start time. There we go. Okay, so we got this section here. So I remember the EQ curve here. I rolled everything off past 20 dB. So basically around 30, it's starting to chill out, right? We got a lot of action happening from like 80 to about 200.